Woo, boom, just like that. Just dropping in hardcore.
Hang on, I'm not ready yet.
It doesn't matter. I don't know why that on the air is blinking.
See, told you we're not ready.
No, we're totally ready. I mean, we're on. We're up. We're doing our thing. You know, it's just what's happening. So, yay! How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is doing well. That's what I got. All right, so let's start the show. Let's have a little bit of fun. Today is Monday, and we're getting back into the swing of things here. It's been one heck of a week. Fernando's looking up some information here. You got it?
Yeah, what are we looking for?
It's the 03 Jaguar.
Yes, I got.
You got the kit?
I got the kit right there.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this 03 Jaguar here in a minute. We'll have some fun with it. We'll talk about what's going on. But before we do that, welcome back, Fernando.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did you have a good week last week?
I had an amazing weekend.
Yeah.
That was in between the week and the weekend.
What was all of it? I mean, it was like Thursday to yesterday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It was Wednesday. Wednesday too.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. That was great.
It was a long time.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But happy to be back. Glad we could.
Happy to be back.
I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to do those things, but it's a lot of work, and
Yeah, I didn't work.
Yeah, I know you ran around with a. Yeah, I sweat my ass off outside in the parking lot, so did some parking lot install, so that was good. But without that, hey, listen. Before we dig into this, I just want to congratulate the person from the 12-Hole Clean Wire Club who made the picture of the week. Let me jump over here to my laptop. Here we go. Here is the picture. That's a bunch of Mosconi
Pros?
Yeah, Mosconi Pros, some Focal amplifiers sponsored by Tsunami. That's right. Check it out. Wow, it's amazing how it fit right onto that Focal amplifier.
I don't
know. Really, really good at that.
It's weird.
Yeah, but no, that looks nice. Does he have other pictures like in the playlist?
Yes, he. It's funny because this one it's in the outside of the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, yeah, Mike, parking lot pimp. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I was
crazy.
Sweating it up.
Oh my god. Just wait until you go and see the pictures from the parking lot.
Oh, is there?
Oh my god, you're going to laugh.
Okay. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much. For everyone else that did send me a birthday.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I have not had time to
respond. What the heck, man? Like, what do you do? You have 5 hours.
Yeah. You bet, Mike. No, thank you, man. Mike as always comes through, man. Comes through in a pinch.
Dude, Mike is like, it was, helping over there, a little bit Mike, here, a little bit
and he
there.
Got second place.
He was doing his project. Yeah. That was awesome.
Because, I mean, like Mike drove, obviously, because he's in Vegas, so he drove down. But it's like, man, he's just a guy. I don't care.
He is.
I love, when Mike comes, I got nothing to worry about.
I still have to, Mike, you probably have to send me some pictures of the car because just forgot. But he was asking very good questions on, all the DSP with Herman and everything. That was awesome. Yes. Like everybody was like, oh, that's right. Yes.
I was in the parking lot.
I know.
Sweating my ass off.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So, no, we had a great time. And, so that means I'm just going to do this because this is going to be easiest. I'm just going to throw up that. Sponsor of the show, we're going to start out right away with Mosconi Gladen. You can check them out, Mosconi-America.com. This little guy right here is in the background. This is the Mosconi 1 6 to 10 DSP amplifier. A lot of you guys had the joy of seeing it. We filmed some of this earlier. It has the cool, nice size, but this is a 6-channel amplifier, 6x100 of AB power, along with 4 other output DSP channels.
Yeah.
so you can hook this up and have a lot of fun with it. That's why it's called a 6 to 10, because it has 6 channels of internal DSP power and a total of 10 channels of DSP, so 4 more channels of output. Pretty awesome system building amplifier. And for all you AB class guys, you're not going to find anything better than that. So very cool. Very cool. Now let's shoot back here to the first question, because it conveniently the first question, but it opens the door to a longer conversation. So quick question. I have a 2003 Jaguar S-Type with the factory Alpine amplifier. How do I run an aftermarket deck? And then that was responded to by our boy Frank. They make dash kits and wiring harness for your car. You'll have to bypass the Alpine system. So Fernando looked it up. Sure enough, if you go to metroonline.com, which you did, you have the dash kit, you have some parts. Now, back to what he meant by you will have to bypass the Alpine system. If you have the Alpine system, that means there's an outboard amplifier somewhere in the car. Factory. So out of the factory radio, there's a data bus connection that goes from the factory radio back to the amplifier to provide the signal into the factory amplifier. After the factory amplifier is all the speaker wires. What he was referring to is that in order to put a new radio into there, what's up, Jay? In order to put a new radio in there, you have to grab those wires on the output side of the factory amplifier. You can no longer use the factory amplifier. That means somewhere in the trunk where that factory amplifier is located, you're going to unplug it, grab those speaker wires. You're going to have to run like some speed wire back if you're planning on using the aftermarket radio to power up the speakers. Now, a smart move at this point would be to buy a small amplifier, small being the operative word here, and that way you just have to run a set of RCAs and you can use, make a bracket, mount an amplifier back there, something like Alpine makes their little 4x200, or any small 4-channel, 5-channel if you want to add a sub, or if it's got a factory sub and you need to re-amplify the factory sub, something like an X802.5 from Kenwood might be something to look at, to put into the car to power up where the amplifier, because you're taking out a bigger amplifier and you're just going to have deck power. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you have more speakers. So that's what he's referring to. Now, as far as how do you do that, most manufacturers don't make T-harnesses for bypassing amplifiers. They don't exist. And an 03 Jaguar, 20-year-old car, I'm pretty sure it's not going to exist. So that's going to mean you're going to have to go in there and do some testing. Polarity tester would come in handy, digital multimeter. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, because you're going to need to make sure, unless you can find a printout of the wire colors, which somebody in one of the forums may have, make sure you get positive, negative, left and right, front and rear, to hook up to the actual amplifier. So that's kind of where you're at on that one. Sweden here, what's up? So yeah, it's doable, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And that's one of those. Probably a Ford plug. Yeah, you're right, Lewis. It probably is. Wait, wasn't your birthday a while ago? No, it was yesterday. So
no, it was
a while ago.
Yeah, it was a year ago.
No, it was a year and a day ago, but it was yesterday. Probably a Ford plug. It might be a Ford plug. Could be that ugly green plug that Ford uses. You never know. But that's one of those things that you have to open it up. Oh, what has Chris got going on?
Hang on, right there.
Hold on. Hello, gentlemen from Beechwood Medical Center, Beechwood, Ohio.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still? So dry, huh?
I hope Chris is all right.
What's up, Luis? How you doing, man? Chris who?
Vera.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't say.
Oh, no, Chris.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Sorry,
that.
my bad, Chris. That's that Chris. Okay, different Chris, but nonetheless, Chris, I hope you're okay. There, Dougie Fresh. Happy birthday, Dean. Thank you, Doug. Happy birthday soon to you as well.
It's coming up?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yep. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you're getting older and easy. Oh, yeah, like you. Yeah, I mean, dude, we're literally the same age. I mean, come on.
That's funny.
Oh, man. It's too cool. Did you put the Pico in the Camry? How did they sound? Yes, obviously. That was, yeah. There was pictures of it. I mean, we posted them. Or Fernando did. Yeah, no, as far as how it sounded wonderful. I didn't get a chance to really get in there to it because we had to leave and they weren't done yet. So they were finishing up as we were leaving. So. What's up, Mel? Thank you. All right, here we go. I'd like to thank both of you. I'd like to thank both of you for helping me to choose Morel hybrids for my F-150. I feel like Morel, number of fanboys just after Dean. Oh, number one. Okay, just after Dean.
Photographs, West Coast Morel fanboy. Okay. In the end, it was between Focal and Morel, but once I realized how much Fernando enjoyed the hybrids, my decision was made. Thank you, German. No problem, man. Hey.
So apparently you read that better than me. I can't make up the words.
Okay. No, it's all right.
No, it wasn't right.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
2020 F350 non-BO. Keep stock display. Plan to use JBL 406 with the Sony ES or Morel Maximo. Probably the Maximo will be easier to mount. That tweeter in the Sony's kind of big. Active fronts. Do I need an extra signal correction pre-JBL DSP amp? Yes, I would. If it were me and I was doing this, which I'm assuming you're asking, it's non-BO, it's a 2020. That means I can pick up the iData AR interface for it and there you should go to iData or maestro.com, idatalink.com. You're going to need a DFO2, which is the T-harness for behind the radio and the AR. And what that'll do is reflash the radio for you so that you can have a 4-volt non-EQ'd output off to your JBL amplifier and have a nice clean signal. There's also an RCA connector that they'll probably have you buy, like RCA 2 or some, I don't know what it's called. But yeah, that turns your factory stock, same thing, F350 radio into preamp. It's pretty cool. So definitely check that. Yeah, I hope the other Chris is okay too. What's up, Chris?
That's Chris.
Mr. Bennett, there. We played with him Way today.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. We look tired. Baba, we are tired. I'm going to tell you right now. Dude, it was a long week, man. Anytime you go out to Mobile Solutions, it's work. It's
awesome.
It's beyond awesome. It is beyond awesome. You're going to have the most amazing time of your life.
I'm just going to say for the dealers, if people are here and, they are Mosconi, Glade, and Focal dealers,
thanks, Clint.
You guys have to go to these things because it's so much information and so much hands-on that you can get from these events. So that's awesome. That's it.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Do you ever feel like an install just has too much equipment for the space? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every time we open the door.
Yeah, I try to avoid that at all costs. That's why I'm a big fan of like integrated DSP. That's why I like these two amps over here. You have the 830 and then you have the 610. The 830 has DSP built into it. It has 4 channels of output. The 610, so I mean, it's the boxes, small boxes. I like small.
The drill press. That's what you ordered.
I haven't ordered anything yet, but a drill press is kind of what we need. Yeah, I gotta get one because we need more stuff. Hold on. What does it say? Where'd it go? There it is. From the Kicker Key Lock, what other DEQ equipment do you guys recommend? So a lot of the higher end amplifiers are going to have de-equalization capabilities be built into them, in that they have circuitry and part of the EQ designated for de-equalization. The problem is that you have to understand what it is you're looking at, because they do not do it manually, they do not do it automatically like a key lock. They do it manually. So you have to go in and physically do it. Electromedia offers de-equalization in their products, which they will do automatically. And so does Helix. Helix will allow you to go in and do de-equalization automatically to various they can only look for certain things. They don't always catch stuff. But you're looking at $1,000+ DSP as opposed to a key lock. So nothing in the key lock price point.
Right.
So I set my gains on my amp using an oscilloscope. Now that I just installed the DSR1, do I go back and set the gains again the same way? Yes. However, keep in mind that when setting gains, the things you have to consider is equalization. Okay, that is the key to setting gains, is that in order to set a gain, you have to have a flat signal going into the amplifier. I don't mean playing like pink noise or a test tone, meaning the signal that is like, so for example, if there's any EQ curve on what it is you're trying to set the gain on and you play 1,000 hertz, if there's a dip at 1,000 hertz and you're trying to use that as a reference point, it's not going to work. You need a 0 dB straight across the board. You need to look at the signal and it has to be flat. Now, how do you check to see that? Is, for one, if you're using a DSR1 and it's connected via like AR or something like that, then it'll be a flat signal coming to it. You want to set your gains before you start doing equalization. Okay. If you're using a DSR1 high level, or any DSP for that matter, it really doesn't matter, and it has an input RTA, which the DSR1 doesn't, you can look at the signal by playing pink noise and you can see the EQ curve. You can also use a voltmeter, and you can take your voltmeter and you can play, let's just play octaves and see, or just tone generate frequency. So play 1,000 hertz, play 2,000 hertz, play 2,500, go back, play 800, play 650, and see if there's a dip there. They should all play at the same voltage. An RTA is nothing more than 30 voltmeters, okay, with the display. So you can manually do it. And what you want to do is see where 40 hertz is, see where 1,000 hertz are, and make sure that they're both playing at the same voltage. And then, yes, you can go in and use your oscilloscope. Or you can just, not do that. Or play different frequencies, move it around a little bit. I consider Super Chat the same amount as your age. But I'm not that rich. That's okay, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Jason, Toyota Highlander?
I'm thinking.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
Are any Toyota 4 matters without knowing what signal looks like? It's better to integrate via kicker key lock or AudioControl CQ1. It's okay to go to any amplifier via high level. What to worry about when integrating with Toyotas?
So Toyotas are going to have EQ and they're going to have all pass filters. They've done it for like the last 20 years. Now, here's what you have to know about all of this. First question is, what are you trying to do? All right, what is the goal here? And that's important because I feel what is happening is that we're more and more we're looking for problems where problems might not necessarily exist. All right, if my goal is to put in a DSP, make a rock solid center, all the funness that goes with DSP, okay, then yeah, you need to fix that factory signal first. Now, how do you do that? If it's a JBL system, obviously some form of an amp pro. If it's not a JBL system, then you need something that can de-EQ it. That's what a kicker key lock would do. So you could attach to the front outputs of the radio, put a key lock in there. A key lock will fix equalization, time delay, and all pass filters. It'll get you the flattest signal it can, so you can then go into your DSP and re-EQ it, hopefully better than the factory did. All right, so that's the most you can do. Now, dialing it back some, the question would be, okay, when I'm sitting in the vehicle, what am I trying to fix? That's always the question you should be asking yourself. What am I trying to fix? Is it not loud enough? Okay, that's amplification. Does it not center the way I want it to? Well, that's DSP. That's time alignment. So, all right, that goes back to got to go full crazy. But all I want is loud enough, then at that point, yes, any amplifier with a good high to low level any amplifier with a good high to low level section will take the signal that's already there and make it louder easily. You don't necessarily need any outboard high level to low level adapters. However, you will need load resistors because the Class D circuitry inside of the factory radio will need a load on it. So there's no bypassing that. So then you go, okay, well, if I need a load, then maybe I should get something like an LC1i or an LC2i Pro. Don't know. Or you could just buy LGDs and create the load there. All right. If I'm just trying to add a subwoofer, what problems do I have doing that? There again, there is some form of equalization in there on the subwoofer. So if the bass response from the factory speakers suck, if you add a subwoofer, it's also going to suck. That means that de-equalization might be a good idea, or something that has a really good effect in it, some kind of a bass boost, maybe an epicenter micro or something like that. Or there again, the key lock. Or just get a key 500.1 that has a key lock built into it. There's always these things, but you have to figure out first and foremost what it is you're trying to do and how far you need to go to get there. A lot of people nowadays, they'll we had a guy the other week that said, hey, I put an amp pro in and now it sounds like crap. Okay, it's not the amp pro's fault. It's the fault that you stripped all the equalization away to get a preamp and you didn't add it back in. All right, so that's part of it. If you don't want a flat signal, you want an equalized signal. That's why the factory put an EQ in there and tuned it to make it sound the way it does, good, bad, or indifferent. So if you're going to strip the equalization, you need to add more equalization in there. It's a lot of fun, but I have a 2016 Chevy SS sedan. What can I do to get Apple CarPlay on a new radio into this? There's no info online for this car. It's 2016 SS sedan. Yeah, it's a tough one. I got nothing. Because if it doesn't have, that's the, yep.
It's not there. No.
I got nothing for that. I mean, the only two companies that really make anything to add on is ZZ2 and RVDFL. And I almost can't, they don't make nothing for that car. Yeah, that's a weird one. But hey guys, how are you? Tired? I have a question. I'm running the amp, the JL Audio HD 900.5. How do I get better performance from the sub channel using an 8-inch subwoofer or a single using two 8-inch subwoofers or a single 12-inch? So the 900.5 is a little bit older amp. It was basically very similar to the Alpine PDX V9. They had the same power. I believe they came from the same build house. It was an okay amplifier. I'd say one nice efficient 12 would probably be the way to go for me. I don't think 2.8. I just don't think it has the power to do 2.8s. You could either, I don't know, maybe. I mean, I just don't like the performance of 2.8s. I feel I'm going to get much punchier and boomier and just be happier with one single 12 on that amp. We did do that amplifier with a lot of like single P312s back in the day. Not that one, but the Alpine version of it. So that would be my recommendation. Thoughts? You good? You agree? You agree? There you go.
All right, more Bose systems.
Can you recommend for a 2016 Cayenne with Bose, keep amp and head unit stock, but replace all speakers and OEM sub? You're asking for trouble. Don't waste your time. No, it's not going to work like that. I mean, the thing you got to keep in mind when you have a premium audio system, even though it's a speaker, the aftermarket speakers are not set up the way that Bose has made those speakers to go into that vehicle. They're going to have odd ohm loads that your aftermarket speakers aren't going to have. So if you want to make that sound better, I can guarantee you it ain't the speakers that are doing it. The speakers are fine. It's the tune. You don't like the tune, okay? You could probably just keep the factory radio, get the interface for it, which would probably be MoBridge, maybe, or Zen module, Zen from Nav TV. Yep. put in a DSP amplifier on your factory speakers, retune it, and be like, oh crap, this sounds great. But just by replacing those factory speakers, it will sound worse.
Unless those speakers are blown.
Unless those speakers are blown, and even still, it'll probably still sound worse.
Yeah.
We miss you too, Josh.
Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
We miss you too.
That's right. Rocking, huh?
Rocking. Hold on. Let me ask Bobby's question here. Dean, can I use 2 Stinger X12 line RCAs to make my own super short RCAs I need for the epicenter microamp? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes. We've done it many times.
Many times.
It's very easy and very fun. For those of you guys that are wondering what that is, it is a little pigtail. So it's got a nice Stinger RCA on one end, and it's got 7 inches of Stinger wire coming off of it, positive and negative. So yes, you could take 2 of them and make a really short RCA if you don't want to go crazy, like you're not into soldering and putting tips and buying all the nonsense. It's a very easy way to do it. Hey guys, recommended stereo upgrade for 5th gen Camaro with BA system. Differences from all your Camaro vids. Thanks. I mean, we've had a lot of radios that go in there. I never was a fan of the floating screen. Like, I didn't like that. I thought it looked stupid, just because of the way the car is built. But I mean, 908 Kenwood. You know, iData connection. Use the iData kit. Looks the best in there. So get a nice 908 from Kenwood. Put the iData kit. Get the RR or the RR2. Probably the RR2 if you want to do something. Like if you got lighting in the car, get the RR2 because it's got little 4 extra buttons on it, so you can use that to turn on and off lighting and stuff.
What are those called?
Like EXTs.
EXTs.
Yeah, extras.
What is MPOs? What was that?
NPO. You mean programmable outputs? Yeah. Lots of fun. I know.
All right.
It's all good. Hold on, I want to save this one. I want to go back to that. Mark Levinson's system in an LS 500 has DAC chip and head unit or external amplifier. Is it worth to buy the external DAC for sound quality, or is it suggested to add external amps and upgrade the speakers? There again, this kind of goes back to the original, what are we trying to do? It's got a Mark Levinson system in it. If it is rocking out and sounding great, I mean, and you don't want to lose its equalization, go after the amplifier. I mean, because the amplifier has the DSP built into it. It's not in the radio. I'll tell you right now, it's not in the radio. So if you like the way it sounds and you're trying to make it louder, just go after the amplifier. But keep in mind, when amplifying that particular system or any Mark Levinson, if it has a center channel, you have to amplify the center channel also. You cannot not. So if you're going to do a front stage, you have to, every speaker on the front stage has to be amplified and replaced. You can't not do the center channel because that will negate the whole thing. I don't know, where'd that one go? Oh, right there. What sounds better right now? A big fluffy pillow or a big fluffy pillow?
Big, firm pillow.
No, I fluffy.
Fluffy?
Big fluffy pillow. I saw the firm, but at the end of the day,
what do you think about the pillows at the hotel?
Oh, they sucked.
Right?
They sucked so bad. Like I put
3 of them in.
Yeah, I was like squishing it into a ball and twisting the end. Oh, those were the worst pillows ever. But I got to be honest with you, I was so tired I didn't care.
The bed was good.
Yeah, the bed was fine, and I was so tired I didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like I said, I used the whole room. I felt bad.
Really?
Yeah. So the rooms we stayed in suites. So there was a kitchenette, a living room, and a bedroom. And you were on what, the 4th floor?
I was on the 4th floor.
I was on the 1st floor. It was fabulous. I was like right by the exit door, so I could come and go as I pleased. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
I've never been on the 1st floor. I thought it was great.
No, I think this is the first time you were in the 1st floor.
Yeah, it was fabulous. Like I was digging that, man, because just that side door, I would just go in and out of that, go out of that, walk right into breakfast.
Watching in the kitchen, go in the
it was great. But I felt I was like, we have all this space, so I would edit the pictures at 2:00 in the morning, and I fell asleep on the couch one night. It was a lot of fun.
It's nothing new.
Yes, I know. It's not bad. Yeah, and it was 100 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
When we left yesterday, it was 100. So, yep.
I I feel
Very
sorry
good.
for you. You're working outside, man.
I wasn't working outside yesterday.
Yeah.
Always take your own pillow. The girls do that, but man,
That's
when you
crazy.
fly, I don't have room for that. I mean, dude, I had to put this. So that was in my suitcase because I had to take it with me. So, and then I had to get it home. And I was like, I was excited because we took rulers and I was like, oh, I'll have room. Because we didn't take shirts because they gave us shirts when we got there. And then they gave us a backpack.
Oh, that was like, oh, man.
I don't know how all this crap's going to fit.
Yes, I know.
So I put the amp rack in the backpack. So that actually kind of worked out. Anyways.
That's pretty cool.
Let me do this. Let me change this really quick. And then we'll... Hey, have you guys heard of AudioControl? You know what AudioControl has right now is they have speakers.
They do?
Yeah, well, right now they have subwoofers, but soon they're going to have speakers. And this is a really cool piece for the speakers.
What is it?
So it looks like an amplifier. This is aluminum.
This is a what?
This is aluminum. All right, so this is something that some of you guys are going to love and some of you guys aren't going to understand, but it's actually really cool. So check this out. One of the problems that we have is that everybody wants a three-way system, right? Mm-hmm. Well, as a manufacturer, if you make a three-way system, you got to go out and you got to, take part. Anyways, it can get to be really difficult, all right?
Yeah.
So what AudioControl is going to do is they're going to sell a 6.5 inch component set and a 6x9 component set.
Yes.
Then they're going to sell a 2.5 and a 3.5. Yes. Now, if you're going to go full active, great. You have nothing to worry about.
Yes.
However, if you are not going to go full active, if you are going to use a passive crossover.
And just real quick, you're going to say, why? You have a three-way set. Why will you not go active? It's because you probably don't have enough channels.
Yeah, you don't have enough channels. You didn't buy the amplifiers you need. Yep. Who the heck knows? I don't want to paint all the pictures for you. But this device here allows you to throw away all the passive crossovers that come with there. So you don't have to have, a stack of passive crossovers. Because they do
save them. Don't throw it away.
Well, yeah, save for something else. So this has 6 channels of input. It's 6 channels of output. This is a 12-channel passive crossover. Now, you can run 1 channel of input. So if you just have like an amplifier coming in, and then you can go to tweeter, mid-range, mid-bass. As you see, there's 4. So this is the whole thing. So this will passively cross over the whole 3-way set for you.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
And the tweeter is 0, -3, and -6, right?
Sure.
Yeah, a mid-range, the same thing.
Yeah, so it has some attenuation built into it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so you get attenuation, and it's all set, ready to go. Where are they're not out yet. So the speakers.
They're out.
No, the speakers are listed on the website, but they're not available for shipping. I think you're going to start seeing those. The only people that got them were the Phantoms. So. The Phantoms.
What the heck?
I know. It's okay.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't got ours yet. Got on it. Anyways, so that's what we got.
That's it.
And you can see all the new speakers that will soon be released in the next 30 days.
AudioControl.com.
Thank you very much. All right, moving on.
All right.
Hi, I have a Honda Pilot 2017 Elite with factory premium system. I want to upgrade my speakers. 2 components, JLC2s with aftermarket amplifiers. Which processor should I buy? LC2i Pro. Okay, first off, those are not processors. Those are LOCs, high level to low level adapter. It's not a processor. It's not processing the signal. All it's doing is lowering the voltage down lower. Now, which one do you need? Well, it really depends. You might not need any of them. You might just need an amplifier that has a high level to low level built into it. So, for example, like an AudioControl amplifier, LC. LC stands for line converter, just like LC and LC2i Pro stands for line converter. However, if you want a line converter, like an LCs, so 2 means 2 channels of input. 6 is 6 channels of input. 7 is one more than 6 in that it has AccuBase built into it. Yeah. So the difference between a 6 and a 7. What you have to figure out is you have a factory premium system is what you're telling me. None of these are going to work for you because depending on how many channels you have, I can tell you right now, if it's got the external amplifier, it's going to have a tweeter channel, a mid-range channel. The rear is going to be active as well if it has a tweeter, and then the subwoofer. And if you got a center channel, those all count. So there's no 2 channels you can grab, 6 channels you can grab. You have to grab them all. So that's where the term processor comes in. where you might need a processor that can handle multiple channels of input. I know if it's built on anything like the Accord amplifier, what we used to run is the Alpine 6-channel, but any 6-channel will work. You could do a DM608. And what you need to retain is if it has a center, you have to retain center, sub, front tweeters, front mids. And from there, you can get your channels to go out. But we always use a processor, which is a DSP. So LC, yeah, it's true, Christian. Good call. LC8i. LC8i might work for you. However, the problem with the LC8i is that it doesn't, it's all pairs. And what you need is if like you have a input, the center and the sub are going to be on like 2 channels, but they have to be discrete, meaning they can't talk to one another. You can't do that with an LCAI. They don't have any discrete channels. 608 DSP has 2 discrete channels. So you have inputs 1 and 2, and then I think 3 is discrete, 4 is discrete, and 5 and 6 are pairs. So that allows you to do a 1 and 2 for tweeters, 7 and 8 for mids, 3 for tweeter, 4 for subwoofer. So something to think about. So what you really need to do first is find out exactly how many channels you have and what you're planning to do. And just like the other car, if it has a center channel, you have to retain the center channel. Really, in a Honda, you have to, because all your navigation prompts and all that are done through the center channel, along with your Bluetooth calls. Okay. Happy birthday, Ada. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was reading it, but yes, thank you. I'm tired. Full active for the win, always. All right, what do you got?
All right, hang on.
I'm hanging. I'm not going anywhere. Does the mid bass need to face forward towards the? Does the mid bass need to face towards the ear, or can it be placed in something like a knee pad under a dash, pretty much facing down? I wouldn't face it down. No, that would be bad. That would be bad. It doesn't need to be facing you. It just needs to be, like most mid bass are in the bottom of doors. Sometimes they're in kick panels, but they're not like this. They're not facing down. You'll lose something from it for sure. It is going to play. The low frequencies will sound okay, but you'll lose all the higher mid frequencies from them because they're more directional. The higher the frequency, the more directional they are. So if you face them down, you're going to lose some. It's not going to sound that good. Maybe go lower. You just need to, if you can't see them, you can't hear them. Yeah, they're just not going to sound good. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at this one. I was laughing at this one. I just going to do that.
Hey.
Hello. Can the AudioControl DM608 receive signal from Toslink and RCAs at the same time? Thanks. Yes and no. Yes, you can put a Toslink cable in. Toslink comes over inputs 5 and 6. If you make a preset 1 for inputs 5 and 6 only, that would be Toslink. And then preset 2 could be your RCAs. And so you toggle between preset 1 and preset 2. Keep in mind, though, that you would have to have your RCA signal off or not use inputs 5 and 6. Okay, that's the caveat there because it doesn't shut off audio. All right, so it won't, anything on 5 and 6, whether it be Toslink or RCAs, will still come through. But that's how you do it. Happy birthday. Thank you, Marty. All right, let's go back to this one. This is the favorite. How do y'all get speaker wires through the new F-150 doors? First things first, I wouldn't try to do it. It's going to suck. But if you have to try to do it, the last time we did, we had to take the door off the car.
It's funny, we were talking about like putting the speakers through the door, and one of the guys is like, I run 12 gauge. And I'm like,
how?
I'm like, what did you run? And I'm like, nothing. Factory's fine, for us. It's
well, it handles 1,000 watts of power, so who gives a crap? According to Tony D.
He's like, no way. Well, in his defense, is he builds the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like from scratch, like everything. So I'm like, hey man, that's awesome. That's
cool.
awesome. He's like, wow, that's crazy.
No, it's not. It's overkill. And it's also destroying the car because he's going to drill a hole through the...
Like I said, he's building everything.
Yeah, but if he's drilling a hole through the door, he's also destroying everything.
No, he's building everything. He's building the door and everything.
How's he building the door?
He's putting everything back together. He buy the frame and build the rest.
What are you talking about by the frame?
You just buy the frame.
Are we talking an old car?
Uh-huh.
That's not an old car. He's asking.
No. I know. I'm just saying.
Well, if I was building an old car, obviously I'm going to run 12 gauge or 10 gauge or whatever. No, I'm not. I'm going to run 18 gauge. But
exactly.
But point is it's like that doesn't pertain to the question. I mean, if I'm building an old car, obviously I'm going to run new wires. I mean, or if I'm building a Honda Accord, we always run wires in Honda Accords because it's the easiest boot in the world to get through.
Yes.
And it's just easier to do it that way.
It's not necessarily, but...
Yeah, it's pretty... Oh, come on, dude. Literally takes you 5 seconds. You go, oh, wire's through.
Yeah.
Don't make it hard.
Always. Ready? Yeah.
I'm waiting on you, man. You're the one staring at the computer. I'm staring at the screen. Thanks for your stereo recommendations. Any difference between the 908 and the 958 XR? Yeah, go for the... There again, a lot of people are like, it's the screen. The XR is obviously the XR, so it's a better deck. If you have the money, definitely get the 958 XR. It's totally worth it. Besides price, it's being cheaper. That's just it. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to spend the extra money. But no, 958 is a better unit for sure. So I would get the 958 if it were me, but I understand. What are your thoughts on 6.5-inch transmission lines?
Transmission?
Yeah, T-line. That's a transmission.
That's what it means? Yeah,
it's when you put a speaker and then you giant port that just kind of wobbles off. It's huge. I mean, I like transmission lines in general. It's just the problem is like they're a pain in the ass to build. But if you've got the time and the patience to do it, shit, yeah, do it. I mean, why not? I think it's cool. I mean, I used to love building boxes and going, oh, that sounds like crap. Oh, that sounds great. Let's build more of those. But, a lot of that stuff just gets destroyed because you never have the opportunity to do stuff like that. Hold on. Let me go here.
Yeah.
Kenwood sound effects menu. Can you explain staging, realizer, etc.? I can't remember them all off the top of my head. What makes you think I can remember them all? So realizer is for... God, I was just looking at this. So realizer fixes the audio. So it's like an audio enhancement for crappy audio. You have stage EQ, which is designed to... One of them widens the stage and the other one elevates the stage. So it's through DSP. If you feel like everything is too narrow, you can make it wide. I think that's space. And then you have height, which allows it to, if it feels like it's too low on the floor and you like to bring it up higher, it elevates that. Then you have bass, which is their epicenter-ish functions. Loudness is to boost music at low level. And then Supreme, which I think is on from default, is also for crappy recording. So they like have two things that do the same thing. It's kind of weird. Most of the time, realizer is off. I don't ever turn that on. Okay. No, Christian. Just no normal amp rack. It was underneath the seat of the car was very tight. Like, I don't think anything but those size amplifiers would fit. So it was a very tight amp rack. I mean, it was only like that wide. So we had to remove part of the air vent as it was to get it in there. So there was no frilly space. The only thing that we did that was kind of cool was we used the thermal certs that we've been using. They had tall ones there, which was crazy. And I used those instead of putting spacers underneath the amplifier. So I just wanted to get the amplifiers up just a little bit off of the amp rack. So I used the tall thermal cert, came in through the bottom. Actually, I came in through the top, lined them all up, and it left the amplifier off the floor about 1/8 of an inch, which was perfect. So very cool. So excited.
All right, so we're just gonna grab this one from.
Yes, John, it does help the compressed music files sound better.
Let me know when you're done with the question. I popped because it's a 3-part question.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yes.
Hi, been watching you both for a long time, at least 10 years now.
Thank you.
Excellent knowledge and love your YouTube channel. I have a 2014 Ford Escape with stock premium Sony system.
Okay.
I like the system and the sound out of it. I like the system, the sound out of it, but I would really like the ability to add some type of DSP or equalizer to it. I honestly don't want to change out the stock system with a different head unit or speakers. What, if any, are my options for DSP or EQ into my stock system? Well, if it has the stock Sony system and you'd like to add something to it and have some fun, you have a couple options. One is you get the Amp Pro. The Amp Pro is going to strip the equalization off it, but give you 6 channels of 5-volt output. Clean, crisp, sexy, that you could then go off to some form of DSP amplifier to reamplify the system. However, you also have the iData options. So iData wise, you have the DSR1, which would go in there, allow you to remove the Sony amplifier, giving back that precious space. And that is their DSP, which you can then go off to amplifiers. And that'll give you DSP, and then you can add small amps or whatever you'd like to do from there. Or the third option is you could go iData through AR. Now, there is an AR amplifier available right now, which is the ARC Blackbird. So you could do a Blackbird, which is going to give you DSP integration through AR, means it'll plug into the radio just like the DSR1, and it'll give you an 8-channel amplifier on top of that. So it's an all-in-one. It's fairly small. It's probably going the same space as the Sony amplifier. You will have to run a power and ground. But those are the 3 options you have for integrating into that system. Like I said, the 3 options. That's it. That's it. That's all you're going to get. I'm not going to say AX DSP because I like my 3 options. Okay. So, personally, the ARC would probably be the coolest, but because it's all in one, small. Which I can't believe Ada didn't recommend the ARC because he's like one of the biggest ARC advocates. And that's one of the, the the PSM Pro would also go in there if you wanted to go with other amplifiers. Like if you say, oh man, the Blackbird's too small.
PSA 50.
No, the PSM Pro. 850 is not iData compatible. But powered off PSM 850 and a T-line powered off. Oh wow. I'm all in. Heck yeah, man. That sounds cool. I'd like to hear that. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of power. Oh, see, there's the yawn. When using Y-adapters, does it split the preamp voltage? No. And honestly, that's a fun one to ask because I honestly didn't know either. I was like, it's got to split the voltage because half the people say yes, half the people say no. So what we did one day is we went and grabbed a handful of Y-adapters, a whole bunch of them, and just wide them off. Now, here's the dumb part. If I would apply just an ounce of common sense to this, I'd have known the answer was no. And why is that, you say? Well, it's AC. How many of you guys go out and buy a power, an extension for the wall and then have 6 little ends on it and it powers up 6 things, right? Same thing. It's one of those, mind blown, dumb. It was just one of those dumb moments that it's like,
you should go to Mexico, man.
Yes, totally.
We powered the entire city.
One pole, whole city. Just everyone brought their lines in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh no, I believe you.
Love to share.
Yeah. So there you go. That's no, it's the same preamp voltage all the way across.
All right.
That's not to say,
Saludos, Ruben.
There are some cool things out there that will help the preamp voltage. Just like in the home audio world, you have line conditioners and stuff like that. AudioControl makes the Matrix. Sorry, I had to look back there. which is a really nice piece to add into, like if you're concerned about the signal coming out of your source unit, the matrix is a really nice piece to add in there to make things super sexy and fun. If you had to choose a DSP out there that has the easiest user interface, which would you choose? Money isn't an issue, just easy to use. I mean, honestly, the AudioControl has always been the one that's the easiest one to use. Yeah, it is. I mean, okay, so I could ask 10 installers this question. Each one of these is going to give you a different answer because it's the easiest one to use is the one they're comfortable with. Very rarely do people venture out past one DSP.
Yeah.
You know, we've been fortunate in that we've used tons of DSPs, and the AudioControl is, for the amount of stuff it'll do, is pretty easy. As far as the thing is once you start to realize what other features there are in bigger DSPs, it starts to get hard, but some of those features are more valuable. That's why if you look like right now, AudioControl is revamping the software to add in a lot of these features that we're missing, just because now that AMP owns them, they have the time and energy to do that. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like that's that's pretty much. Alpine does have auto DSP coming. It's not shipping yet, which is going to be the auto EQ that's going to be done through your phone. I got to see it. And
you got to see it?
When we were in Elmhurst, Orlando, I went to the Alpine training.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing.
I don't know.
But no, I went. That's
great.
Yeah, it doesn't DEQ, but it'll EQ, and it does it through the phone. So you literally set your phone in the car, and it uses your microphone in your phone. Yeah, and it's only an iPhone. It has to be an iPhone. So,
wow.
Yeah, well, no, because there again, it knows this microphone. It has the ability. If you know how bad something is, you can fix for that. Okay, hundreds of Android phones out there. There'd be no way to do it. So, you know, but you can use a. I think you can get an external mic to do it if you don't have an iPhone.
Okay.
There again, it wasn't a question of what you like. It was a question of what is easy. And because you like ARC and you've used a ton of DSPs, it's easy for you. But all DSPs do the same stuff, kind of. I know. They're all different, man. They're all different. No two are the same.
No,
I don't know. What did he say? I like AudioControl passive crossover thingy. Not ready to go active yet. Too complicated for me. And there you go. And that's why, that's like I said, this is, for some people, this thing is going to be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's super clean. I mean, I got to be honest with you. As soon as I heard they were doing this, I was like, there's no way they're going to do this, because this is just one of those things that nobody does. But this is going to be in a lot of cars. I can tell you that right now. It's going to be in a lot of cars. Hold on. I'm sorry, we'll come back to that one. Despite its limitation, the kicker key is the easiest option. Yeah, but the only problem with the kicker key is it's very limited, and it's the easiest because you just put the microphone and the headrest and you put some magic button. I can tell you right now, when it doesn't work, it gets to be annoying. But there again, you have nothing to play with at that point. It's just either works or it doesn't. What size speaker wire and power wire do I use for a Key 501 and a kicker 10-inch comp RT, and also is part 3 of the Nissan Frontier installer and diaries in the end, or is there more coming? There's more coming. Listen, that one, I feel I feel really bad for the Frontier because it literally came when we were getting ready to hit the traveling.
Yeah.
And between Knowledge Fest, whatever Monday, Labor Memorial, I don't know. I never get those right. I'm sorry. And then going out to Master Mobile Solutions training for Focal. It just kind of got put on a really long hold. But no, you'll see the rest of it this week. I felt so bad, man. I was like, oh, there's somebody over there going, dude, what the heck? Where is it, man? Come on, finish the damn edit. It's like, I haven't been home to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Are you okay? Are you okay?
No.
All right.
guys live on camera.
Breaking news.
I think I just drowned in my own water. Oh, that was good. Wow. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I felt bad for the. Yeah. All right. Do you recommend Mike Rios as an external mic? Come on, man! I just literally choked it up. Why would you show me that? Yeah, no. Hold on. Somebody said something funny. Oh, no. We're gonna just skip that one. Okay, no, I do not love the Dayton DSP. How was Tron? It was fabulous. I've ridden it twice now. Oh yeah, dude, you should have seen me this weekend. Sage is, although everyone's like, hey, this is Sage, you guys are all dumb. He's actually one of the funniest people I know. Between him and Herman bitching about everything, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
I had a great time. And Gary Bell was just, I had such a good time this weekend. It was wonderful. There's no doubt about it. And of course, honestly, the funniest part of the whole weekend was Boston Mike.
Boston Mike?
Boston Mike was the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he has no filter on what he says.
No.
And he says some of the just most outlandish crap ever.
Yeah.
And he made my trip, man.
Yeah,
when he
that was great.
When he left, I felt kind of sad because he had to
graduation
Mike had to go to graduation for his son.
Yeah.
But when he left, I mean, dude, I can't even talk about what we talked about because it's not appropriate for the show. But needless to say,
that was awesome.
He was the best, man.
Yeah. Even the last
I think we
day.
should get him on the show sometime because
Probably.
he was the best. Everyone's gonna be like, Boston Mike. Who's Boston Mike? Whose voice can you do, Dean, other than Sage? Quite a few actually, but not right now because I just choked and my throat is killing me. Hey, Fernando, Dean's choking. Yeah, he didn't move at all. You didn't see him.
I mean, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, hey, you gonna live? Nah. All right. Well.
I mean.
Yeah. That's what we got. Hey guys, listen. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. For those who don't know, we have this little website where we keep.
And
all
Jay,
the tools.
yes, please call the store tomorrow. He probably have one, I guess.
Whatever he's looking for.
An AP sub CH21.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can go and find all the cool tools we use. For those of you who don't know, this is a class we're teaching at Knowledge Fest. It's called Modern Wire Techniques. Inside that, we have a bunch of newer things that we've been playing with. These are the simple little zip tie bags that we carry. We found out these are the best bags that we've had. We've tried tons of them. These work amazing. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in there. And hopefully this weekend I'll be able to go in because there's a bunch of new stuff that I thought about that isn't in there. And after this weekend and talking about some of it, I was like, I felt bad because I was like, crap, I need to add that stuff in there because a lot of that stuff is ultra cool. And it's like weird stuff that we don't really talk about much.
Mm-hmm.
But like the center point kit, the little pin center point kit that's sitting right there on the workbench that I talked about while we were there. It looks like a bed of needles.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
You didn't? Dude, it's literally sitting right here. This.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, anyways, I need to add stuff like this on.
Okay. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so stay tuned. We're gonna try to get an update to DNF Tool Drawer, and of course, someone asked the other day. It was kind of funny when they were like, "Do you guys sell shirts?" I was like, "Yeah, DNFswag.com." Oh, didn't know about that. I found that odd, but okay.
That's right.
DNFswag.com is the place you go find cool shirts, such as the Brian Mitchell as well as Jeff Smith shirt. I need to make the Nick Wingate shirt because that's that one's gonna be cool. I should make a Sage shirt too. Anyways, that's what we got for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Saturday. The week will be back to normal this week. You're gonna get the rest of the Nissan videos as well as, we'll be on Instagram. We'll be chilling out. We'll be having fun. That's all I got.
Yep.
You guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you back here. If not tomorrow on Instagram, we will see you Friday for the news.
Okay, that's right.
Because there's got to be good news that we missed. So that's it. You guys have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.